Since July is coming to an end, I managed to finish the major three films of July, and that includes Jurassic World Rebirth, James Gunn's Superman, and Marvel's new remake of the Fantastic Four. And unfortunately, I'm not going to include F1 or Formula 1 because it's not part of the major discussion. So in today's video, I'm gonna rank them all three from its worst placement to the best placement. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. Coming in third place is Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm sorry Jurassic Park fans, but this is the worst out of three films of July this year. I'm not saying the movie is terrible, they're all good, but there's a lot of reasons why this movie was the bottom of the list. Now, this is where we get into the spoilers, so if you haven't watched all three of them, just click off, but if you watch one of them or just all of it, then you can continue watching this video. Firstly, this motherfucker gets barely any screen time. He only shows up for like 2 or 3 minutes and that's it, despite being heavily marketed on. Number 2, the film's pacing is extremely too long. It makes me feel bored every time after each dinosaur sequences. Thirdly, the plot is so predictable. It's been like, hey, we're gonna go collect some samples and try to leave the island. But oh no, there's some dinosaurs chasing around us. Like, it's so predictable. My last of one of my several reasons is that, speaking of which, all the dinosaurs gets barely any screen time. It's like exactly the same case of Godzilla 2014, where he barely shows up in his own movie. Although the movie is still good, in my personal view, it's just, I'm sorry, it's just one of the worst out of three of the big films of July. Coming in second place is The Fantastic Four First Steps. Holy shit, Marvel is actually cooking again. I'm genuinely shocked at this because for recent Marvel movies, they're either shit or just straight up mediocre. But with both Thunderbolts and this, they're finally taking their movies seriously. Like, man, it's so good to be back to see Marvel finally cooking their movies again. Since it's still a spoiler section, let's talk about the movie. Biggest elephant in the room I want to talk about is the post-credit scene. Holy smokes, it was absolutely insane. Doctor Doom's appearance, it was absolutely insane. And some people in the theaters were like extremely shocked of his appearance. They didn't know that it was set up for Avengers Doomsday. I think the film also did a good job on its characters, making them all likable, including the main antagonist as well, which includes Galactus and the female Silver Surfer. I think the story is simple. It's just like your average Fantastic Four movie, but it's still enjoyable. And lastly, I actually like the idea of the Fantastic Four taking place in a different universe instead of our universe. The only negative I have with the film is the pacing. I think it felt way too slow over a 1 hour and 55-minute film. Fun fact, originally the film was supposed to be over 2 hours and 10 minutes, but due to a last minute change by cutting the story, it went down to 1 hour and 55 minutes. And now let's go to the first place that I think deserves the crown jewel, and that movie is... Yep, you heard me right. My favorite July movie of this year is Superman. Holy smokes, I have no idea it was really good after watching the trailers. It's like They finally knew how to actually make a good DCU movie. I'm gonna give credit to James Gunn because he did a fantastic job of how to handle Superman and the rest of the characters, both the writing and the acting aspects. It felt like an Oscar-worthy movie, but I think it's only gonna go to the visual effects nomination, and unfortunately not other categories as well, including the upcoming casting nomination. The only spoiler I will talk about is the monkey scene. I've absolutely loved that scene because it absolutely defines the Snyderverse fan base after the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League, which came around 4 years ago. I'll also say do not stay for both mid and post credit scene. It's because they're only for jokes. And that'll be my review of all big three July movies of this year. I will recommend to watch all three of them because they're all good, and I think you should also rank them so I can see what your takes are, and hopefully they're understandable. By the way, the ranking is only my take, not everyone else's take. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and also click on notifications if you want to see my future uploads of this channel. Have a good day, everyone. Take care.